Does he? I mean, Zelensky was a comedian. He's like a gifted comic actor. Does he Does he tell jokes anymore? Does he laugh anymore?
That part of his personality has really, I wouldn't say disappeared, but become much less prominent over the course of the invasion. He's taken on the role of a wartime leader. He's also tired, I think. I see that. His aides talk about that pretty openly. They tell him, boss, you got to get some rest. He refuses. So he doesn't make a lot of time for jokes and chit-chat anymore. He did in the beginning. In the beginning, his administration, that was a fun group of people to hang around. Yeah, there was a lot of laughter. There was a lot of jokes. There was a lot of, ironic jokes about the weird trappings of power that suddenly they were surrounded by because they came from the world of comedy and entertainment into the presidential palace. It's just a very weird transition. It's nonstop. This guy just doesn't rest. And but he's also human, and it wears you down. So his sense of humor has been, definitely not the most important victim of this war, but one of them. His wife said when Zelensky turned 45 years old, she said, "You don't smile as much anymore," and she wished him for his birthday, more reasons to smile. So long-winded answer to your question, but he's changed. He's changed a lot in that sense. I'd answer with a question for you about Bibi, as they call him, Prime Minister Netanyahu, an absolutely dominant force in Israeli politics. Just observing it from a distance, what are attitudes toward him, and how are they evolving? Do people see him as a strong enough leader to lead Israel through the next crisis?
No, I think he's blamed for this. He was always Mr. Security. He made Israelis feel safe. He would used to use Hamas, and I'm the guy who will stand up to Hamas. I'll beat Hamas in earlier campaigns.
Well, hard to come back from that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's understood that he empowered Hamas. He found it convenient to have Hamas in the Gaza Strip and a rival party, a secular party, the Fatah party, running the West Bank, so he could play. And that party was ready to negotiate, cooperated with Israel on security in exchange for negotiations toward a state of their own, which Netanyahu never wanted to have or give. And so he said anybody who wants to stop a two-state solution should be helping Hamas, empowering Hamas, and he did. Allowing Qatar to send in billions of dollars in aid, some of which got repurposed for military uses by Hamas, and by legitimizing them as the governance in Gaza. And meanwhile, I mean, he cast himself as the indispensable man, but it became clear inside Israel that he was in some ways a party of one, even though he headed the Likud party, because he's facing these corruption charges, and he's literally on trial. He couldn't win a majority in these many elections they were having, and the only way he got elected, he got a governing coalition this time, was by bringing in these fringe actors, far-right parties and politicians who had never been allowed in government, and he gave them power, and they started this effort to sideline the Supreme Court and bring in, they called them reforms, that many people in Israel feared would perpetuate, basically keep them in power forever. And it basically divided Israeli society so profoundly that there were weekly protests of tens of thousands of people for months, and Israeli military reservists who said, we won't serve. The threat to democracy is so great that people have to know that we won't show up. Of course they did. There was an actual threat, but this division was considered one of the things that weakened readiness, and Bibi's taking the hit for that, the polls show. Nobody expects Bibi to survive this.